done with the baseline dyno, and yeah, just as I suspected, the bottom end is lean. Top end, we got a total of 110 horses from his intake and exhaust setup. That's pretty much okay. But what concerns me is here, the bottom end here, at the low RPM from 2,000 up to about 3,500, 4,000. It's lean, very lean, 15. Shouldn't be like this. This is also a bit lean at redline at 14. The ideal air-fuel ratio should be a lot richer than this one. Normally the 13s and 12 region. 12.8 usually, then 13.8 to 12.8. So yeah, that's caused by the setup of the exhaust. That's too big. Sana malaking tubo, it's 2.5 inches. That's the wrong size. Okay, we can proceed to tuning now. Because now we know what we're dealing with. Okay, we have a Civic 1.8 here. It's a Civic FD 2006 to 2012 that already has our K&N intake and an aftermarket exhaust, and we're going to be doing ECU Reflash on this car right now, and I'm going to show you how we do it. So step one is we have to read the ECU data. This is our reader program, PCM Flash, so we have to select first and foremost the correct protocol. Protocols are like keys. Every ECU is different, so think of it, the ECU is a door, the protocol is the key to unlock the door to be able to get the laman inside. So as you can see here, first step is we do ECU identification. This is what tells us what kind of ECU that the car has. And for this one, we can see here, it is a ECU made by Kehin, and it's 1 MB in size. So we select the correct protocol, this one, which is the same one, same number and everything. Now we can proceed to read. Okay, we're reading the ECU now. This takes about 5 minutes. Then once we read it, we're going to save the file, and afterwards we can start to edit it. There you go. So these are the things that we're able to alter. Fueling, timing, rev limits. This is also timing here, then throttle control is here. We can actually alter the VTEC point also, but there's not much point in doing that. Making the VTEC lower does not give you any more power on these cars because it's not the same VTEC as you find in the old SIRs and B series engines. No. The new iVTECs are nowhere like that. It's a totally different world already. So first things first we do, what everybody likes, is this one. We adjust the throttle valve here. So basically this is RPM, this is pedal applied, so how much you tapak. Then this is how much the throttle opens. As you can see here, this value before was, let's put it back to original, 2.21. So for 5% tapak, throttle only opens 2%. At 10% tapak, it only opens at 4%, 5%, so on and so forth. At 15%, it doesn't even open 15%. The maximum is only like 12%. So this is the delay that everybody keeps complaining about, that everybody hates. So what we're gonna do is equalize it. So we'll place all of that with 5. There, so the first 30% of throttle is almost always delayed. As you can see here, at beyond 40%, it pretty much equalizes out until 100%. So then this one, we're looking for the RPM limit at idle and park and neutral. This setting basically tells us that when the car is at park or neutral, it can only rev until 4,700. So we're changing that now. So even if it's at park and neutral, we can now rev to redline. And of course, everybody likes speed limit. Apparently, it's already 200 kilometers per hour. So if you want to make it 300, we can do that definitely, although it's not going to reach that. Okay, then we're going to proceed to change out all the other tables here, particularly for the fueling here. This one we're going to change out after we do the baseline dyno, because my guesstimate on this one is that it lost a bunch of torque and horsepower at the low RPM because the exhaust is the wrong size. It's too big. So I will be able to adjust it once I know what the correct air-fuel ratio is. Then timing also, I will see also what the air-fuel ratio is first, correct that, then adjust the timing by adjusting the spark advance table here. So this is the table, this is RPM, this is pretty much load. This is the actual advance in degrees. So we'll be adjusting that in a little while. So we do a dyno first. Okay, and we're done tuning, and pretty good result. Our stock power before everything was 107 actually. Here, this is the red line, 107. So we're up now to 120, so that's 13 horses more. But the biggest change is here at the lower RPM. From 36 to 50 horses, that's pretty much 14 horses right there. If you think the horse is pretty big, the torque is even bigger. There's our torque graph here. As you can see, lag-lag yung torque sa ilalim because of the wrong size exhaust done by some other shop. So he starts off only at around 110 Newton meters, then peaks at 125. Not too good. But after tuning, we got pretty big, 176 Newton meters right here. So naibawi yung underpower at the low RPM, which he did describe a while ago. He'll step on it, it'll just be noisy until 3, then biglang sisipa. Ito yung nararamdaman niya. Wala, sipa. Saka meron. But ngayon, may sipa na kagad because of that. So we'll take it out of the dyno and, as usual, test drive and see if he smiles. Go to Santo Domingo, mas malawak dun. Mas gumaan. Ayun. Diretso. Mo na itong tricycle na to, kaya mo yan. Ganda rin to. That's enough testing. Now we can go back to get turn here. Malayo sa pinanggalingan.
Pero yung consumption, lalabas.
Hindi, yun nga. If you drive normally, wag yung ganyan, yung lahat ng tricycle kinakarera mo. Just drive normally, you should see about 8 to 10% better. Kasi nga, pag regular driving, ang nangyari ngayon, you don't have to step on the pedal as much now, di ba, to get the power you want. So, once you get the speed that you want, by instinct, bumibitaw ka na kagad eh. So, less pedal means less consumo. That's where most of the fuel consumption savings comes from because we make the car more responsive. You don't... Kasi dati, tapak ka ng malalim, makupad pa rin eh. So ngayon, konting tapak na lang, matuli na. Problem. Ngayon na walang traffic, malamang uupak ang uupak, di ba? That part, hindi ko nakasalanan yun. Pag lumakas yung konsumo po, dahil masarap mag-drive ngayon, walang ka-traffic-traffic eh. Ranger mo yung makina all stock pa rin? Exhaust wala din? Ayun. Gusto mo kami nalang gumawa nun?
Sige.
For that one, we can actually, the exhaust can be done in Metro Walk. Then come back here for the dyno again. And yes, it's only 30,000 bucks for the whole exhaust. Not this one, next one. And 1 day to do. So, ganun, bring it early like what you did today at around 10 o'clock. We'll be done by 6, 7 o'clock. Then afterwards, we tune it. So I'm guessing sulit. More of the story, don't go to Limitless no more. Sige, okay, enjoy.